How's it going, everybody? Raising Hell here, and welcome back to another Stronghold HD mission. Today we're playing mission number 20, Much Wailing and Gnashing of Teeth, the longest name of any mission so far.
As the wolf's reign appears to be drawing to a close, more counties begin to overthrow his henchmen and flock to your banner.
Dutiful regard may have led your father into a trap, but I drove the sword through his stomach. If you still have a hunger for vengeance, you know where to find me.
Although you have yet to hear word from Sir Longarm, you are still determined to avenge your father's death and command your troops to march onwards. Upon arriving in the next county, a message arrives from Sir Longarm.
I told you to be cautious. What were you thinking? You do not have a hope against the wolf on open ground. Take shelter in his deserted castle and hold them off from where you are until I can get to you with reinforcements. I have sent some of our forces in the area ahead to start fortifying the castle.
Build up your forces and the castle itself, and defend your current position until Sir Longarm arrives with reinforcements. You will be defending yourself against the wolf's entire army in the biggest siege you have ever faced. Use knights to conduct sorties out of the castle.
We're going to be playing it on very hard. Let's see how this goes. Nope. Well, that's too fast. Yeah, so whenever I finish an episode, I'm generally playing it as fast as possible. Right there we have the signpost. And here we get a good look at our castle. It is a magnificent castle overall, but unfortunately, we are going to have to start tearing it down. So what do we have? First one to build a couple of hovels, I believe. So I'm going to place them out of the way over there, make 3, I think, and then we're going to go ahead, delete these 2, delete 4 woodcutters and the hunter's post there. A couple more hunter's posts here. Here's a hunter's post hidden by the trees. We're going to delete the stone quarry, the ox tethers, the iron mine. Grab these archers that are in that tower by the stone quarry. We're going to get them to go home. Then we also need, there's one more. I think that's it. I think that's all the hunter's huts. And no, wait, there are a couple more right up here. Hunter's huts and woodcutters I was trying to delete. We don't need hunter's huts. They're very inefficient in terms of food production. But what I'm going to do is increase food production here by placing down a wheat farm. And then we can also start deleting some of these weapon producing buildings as, well, those are bakeries. I'm not sure I need to delete those. I think I should leave that one there. We don't need to be producing weapons given the fact that we're just given so much gold to play this mission. It's really quite ridiculous. What else do we have? Okay, we need to start moving all of the units off the walls. So I'm going to do this in parts, just like this. I have tried to do them all at once before, and generally they just don't obey my commands. They get stuck on something, I'm not sure what it is, so. Next, we're going to be deleting this tower over here. Reclaim some of the stone from that. There's really no reason to leave that there, but you will see we will be leaving the towers that are here in the main part of the castle. So what we're going to do is fortify this point because it's a choke point. It's obviously the area that it's easiest to defend. So mostly what I want to do is just get rid of everything else here. So I think I might hire a horse though. Not a horse. A knight. We have horses available, so there. 1 knight. Just in case things, who knows. I might need one to sally forth. And it's a little bit too immersion breaking if I don't. So the stockpile's full because I've been deleting like crazy, so I'm going to build a windmill or 2. I think I'll just do 1. And then, see, the thing is, I really need to delete a whole bunch of stuff yet. Okay. What I can do is I can start building towers. I'm playing it on 10 speed right now just to get the economy up and going here. I'm going to place an additional defense tower right next to that one. I could delete a bunch of towers. The problem there is that you really don't... There are not any areas that are great for placing towers that are bigger than the ones they actually give you. I've tried it, and overall it just felt like a waste of stone because I can actually do some fairly decent placement just by adding additional towers like this. So most of the archers and stuff are off the walls. You'll see here, these archers are not doing anything. And what we're going to do is my favorite. We're going to start digging a moat. I love moats, and I think they're underutilized. The people who play Stronghold underutilized moats. Maybe it's because it's a little bit of a gimmicky thing. Like, I can understand you making an argument where you're saying you shouldn't use moats because the AI is just absolutely terrible against them. But I would like to try something a little bit different from what pretty much everybody else has done with this mission. So that is about as different as I could come up with and still actually be more efficient with it. Okay, we can delete the barracks here now. And we're going to start rebuilding everything that I deleted over on this side. Make another hovel. We want to continue to grow population. At the moment, the population has not met the maximum caps, so it wasn't like I was wasting any time there. But we can build the market right up here on top of this bluff, because even though my units cannot get up there, I can still build hovels and markets up there. I should have built my hovels up there, as a matter of fact.
My men approach. You will trouble me no more.
So the wolf is, he'll be arriving any minute now. So as you can see, this is pretty much why I decided to play it on such a slow speed here at the beginning, just to get up to speed, I guess. That sounds a bit redundant, a little bit repetitive, but I think you get my point. Now what we need to do, add more stairs right here to these towers, so I can get units on top of them. Are we good? Yeah, we're good to go. Okay, now I need to start buying and selling. Where are we going? Market. Right, you can't buy and sell from stockpiles. Or, yeah, I think you could buy and sell from the stockpiles before. If you just click the resource, it would automatically take you to the market in Stronghold Crusader. So I'm selling all my weapons. So, metal, armor, maces, bows, and swords. But we're going to be buying crossbows and leather armor. 54, 64 of those. And then we're going to do the same for the leather armor. There we go. And now it is time to start recruiting in earnest. Where are my barracks? Did I place my barracks? I have not placed my barracks yet. That's a bit inconvenient. I don't think there's a kid in the way. Of all the things, what should I do about this? I could just delete a couple of those hovels and place it there instead. Maybe this kid will get out of it. Come on, kid, move. Really? Yeah, gee, wait, no! No, just get out of there. There. Got it down, okay. 31 crossbowmen and we can start recruiting right away. There's no way to mass recruit in this game. So, you gotta click on it 31 times to recruit 31 units. Okay, continue expanding this moat here. You're doing a good job, guys. Just keep it up. And let's examine our defenses here. Get the engineers out of those siege equipment. I don't want them to die. I think it would apply to the... Wow, those engineers just won't shut up, man. I still selected... Yeah. Okay, we got the 4 engineers. Pretty sure it would apply to my losses if I didn't go ahead and delete it right now. Put a few braziers here above the wall in case we need to do some pitch igniting. And get these crossbowmen into these towers on the right side of the map. So about like that. This engineer still has not figured out what he should be doing. Got 16 archers here doing nothing. How did I miss that? That is sad. Missed out on a whole bunch of moat digging opportunity right there. So what we also want to do is start placing some pitch around the exterior of the moat. Because when units come to start digging it up, I want to be able to get, you know, dispose of them, dispatch them relatively quickly. So, what am I missing out on? Probably want to send all the swordsmen and the engineers into the keep. Where are my pikemen? Oh, my pikemen are going to go and dig them out as well. So, we're basically waiting now to get more peasants to recruit additional military units. So I might just... How many peasants do I have? 19. What are they all doing? I can do 11. And hire 11 more crossbowmen. Oh, here's another 3. 14. Yeah, so that would explain why I was having such a bad time with the moat. I was wondering why the moat progress was not going so well. And it's because of that. So let's turn everything back on. And the wolf's troops are already attacking. Even at 10 speed, they attack relatively quickly. So, I want to make sure my economy is turned back on. That way I don't run out of food. Otherwise, we're going to tell all my troops to get in these towers. And, oh man, we're looking close to being done with the moat, but not close enough. Overall, I'm a little bit worried here. I might not actually get my archers out of there before he starts attacking in earnest, because those knights are pretty damn fast. So, the first attack, we might not actually be using the moat. Get the archers out of the moat here. We're going to save that for the next part. Getting units out of the moat can be tricky, which is why it's taking me longer than it should here. Because if you select units that aren't in the moat when you tell a unit to get out of the moat, they have a real funny hang-up about that, and then they don't do anything. Which is interesting, because some units, they will actually allow you to sort of exploit the system by doing that, but not with the archers in the moats, not with the units digging moats. Okay, get these archers up in one of these towers. Damn it, wrong thing. There, go up there. You can see the wolf has got his siege camps up. There will be a lot of siege equipment coming against me, and you might be wondering, I'm going to grab these pikemen and tell them to finish the moat right there. You might be wondering why I didn't delete all these towers and stuff. Well, it is actually quite simple. If I delete them, that means that he'll move his siege equipment even closer, and then he will simply be within range of firing at my main stuff, and I'd prefer that not to happen, actually, because the amount of siege equipment here, he can take stuff down relatively quickly. Okay, we finished that part of the moat. And now the pikemen are going to be going over and digging some of the moat over there, which will be good. I think that actually might... Okay, it is closed off at the moment, but... I mean, the moat is complete, technically speaking. Okay. Yeah, look at that. It's a thing of beauty right there. I'm unfortunately not going to be making much use of the pitch ditches there. Pikeman, no. What are you doing? What are you doing? Oh, so there is a way through. Apparently there is. They can get through, okay. Well, it's not going to matter too much, actually. As you can see, the crossbowmen are doing a fairly good job. And, yeah, that's a pretty impressive attack right there. I think they a little bit overcompensated with the tunnelers. This pig is strange. This pig. There is a Freudian slip. This castle is strangely reminiscent of the pig's castle. You have the moat on that side. You have this side could obviously be a moat. I mean, it's almost like the exact same setup. Oops, did not mean to do that. So here we have a minor dilemma, right? Those macemen are going to be causing me trouble, I think. Can we hire more crossbowmen? So I was sort of worried this would happen where the keep wasn't closed off. But we're supposed to have these archers. Can any of these archers ignite the pitch? Yes, they can. Okay, well, as soon as more of the macemen get through there, I did lose, looks like I lost one of my pikemen. But yeah, we're going to go ahead and ignite all this. Okay, pikemen, get out of here. You can speed this up again. So that will delay the macemen, as you can see. They're hesitant to go through there, and any amount of time that I delay them is actually great because it'll allow me to fire on them more so with my crossbows. Okay, I want to turn up food rations to double rations, and then we're going to turn up the tax as well. It's not going to affect my recruit rate, but this deal over here with the moat and that breach there is something I want to correct as soon as possible. We currently have swordsmen coming after us, so I'm going to put my pitch down again. I see a tower of mine just fell. Yeah, so they knocked down one tower. Not too extreme overall. I'm just going to speed this up a bit. Should have ignited that pitch there right next to the door. I can still do that later, though, so it's really not necessarily a wasted opportunity. And as you can see, already, a force of swordsmen that small are really not a big threat. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is tell these pikemen to go over here and start digging again. It's quite possible that the wolf will be sending more knights, but I don't see where they are. Apparently... Oh, okay, right there. You've survived the enemy's onslaught. Excellent. Not sure what I want to do next. Suppose recruiting more crossbows, buy more armor. Just going to speed this up to 90 again. And the wolf will be attacking quite shortly. I'm going to go 30 crossbows. I think I have enough. Yep. And then we're doing some mass recruiting again. There we go. Get those crossbowmen in the tower. So our moat is going along quite well. And at the moment I have 77 crossbowmen in the towers. I'm not going to end up using these engineers for anything. They all have the ability to pour oil. They're already stocked with oil pots, but given the way the land or the terrain is shaped here, that's really not a solution. It's not an option. Okay, so there is one little piece of moat that I can dig there. This is at 90, by the way. So...
A message from the wolf. You have caused me much grief, and now I intend to repay that debt.
So he should be attacking shortly.
The wolf's troops are attacking.
There you go. The next attack. So there are a total of 3 attacks for this mission, but the third one, it always seems to glitch out. It's like the wolf doesn't manage to be able to attack with siege equipment the very last time. Get out of there. So both of our pikemen will be on the safe side of this moat. And I'm going to once again add some pitch around here to the perimeter of the moat. How are we looking? Ooh, look at that. A lot of siege equipment there. Multiple catapults, like 6 of them, 5 or 6 trebuchets even. But the fact that there is no direct path to the keep means that he will be delaying his attack a little bit. Now, usually the AI is under-equipped to deal with moats, like they don't have pikemen in their armies, but this case, it's too late and I can't think. The wolf does have some pikemen there, and pikemen and macemen as well, can both dig the moat up, so it's not impossible for him to get past it. It's just I'm going to make it impossible for him to do so. I think it's really the next attack that's going to be the real challenge. And this one might not end until the next attack arrives, because he generally does not want to send his knights at me unless there is an open path. There's some very interesting, like, pathfinding that goes on there with the knights. That's interesting. Look at this. Wastes his pikemen knocking down walls instead of digging up the moat. But like I said, the AI does something with knights. They're like in sorties. They do break them up. They don't just charge you with all the knights at one time, which is strategic, I suppose, but at the same time, it means that attacks that you should have won, you'll end up waiting unnecessarily long to have the knights go ahead and attack you, because they're doing the sally forth nonsense. Every time I try to zoom in and out, I should just use Z, because when I try to zoom in and out with the interface, I ultimately end up, I'm just going to delete the path to keep here, but I ultimately end up just rotating the camera, which is not what I want. Yeah, so I cleared a path to my keep, which is why I get that message. Hopefully that'll encourage him to send more troops at me. I think what I'm going to do in the meantime is rebuild like a phony wall right here.
This time, you will die.
So, is he actually... No, I don't think he's actually quitting. Wow, they're just knocking that wooden wall right down. Not going to even bother replacing that. I have 17 stone. Could add some stone to it. Apparently, the wolf is out of stone. Yes, and he did not manage to finish using all his troops by the time this happened. Okay, so I need to be quick here, redig this moat, get over there, guys. And maybe this time we can actually light the pitch right here. So I'm going to wait until he sends a lot of his troops through, and then I'm going to go ahead and light that pitch. Should work. Pikeman, get out of there. Oh boy, we have quite a mass of units coming at us right now. But you will notice, the third time, did not manage to build any additional siege equipment. Which, maybe it's intended, but I see a whole bunch of engineers. It's like, he has the engineers for it, but he never does anything with them. I really don't see a whole lot of units coming through this way. Looks like the macemen there are going to be the best we're going to get. Probably. And, whoa, how did I set all that on fire? That was not planned. Huh. It's like I activated the fire arrow for all the units in that tower or something. Really can't explain that. So I hope this doesn't become too much of a problem. My units are currently focusing almost entirely on the enemy's crossbowmen, which means that the pikemen are given pretty much free reign of that area, unfortunately. And they are actually digging up the keep this time. Wow, the game is bugging out. Look at this. Look at this. I can't unselect it. Okay, now I can. Maybe it's my mouse. I think it was actually my mouse. I wasn't clicking it enough. Yeah, those pikemen are doing more damage to the moat than I would like. Adds to the suspense. What fun is it if they can just easily be repelled, right? It's better this way. That's what I say. Are there any more? Yeah, there are a whole bunch more of swordsmen. A bunch more of swordsmen. That's a very interesting way of phrasing that. I'm not even sure that's proper English. They're really spreading out. Really not a whole lot to say about this. Yeah, I don't get why this attack, the last one, always fails when it comes to building the siege equipment. Is the terrain just too uneven? Is it that there isn't enough space or enough targets for them to attack? I'm just going to go ahead and delete a path to the keep here. And we should see some fun come along pretty soon. So that's why I'm adding a whole bunch of pitch here. I'm just going to go ahead and use up all of my pitch. Pitch needed, okay. So you can see the swordsmen are approaching, and so are the knights. Granary stocks are very low, so we're going to turn that to normal, and turn taxes off. I don't need the gold anyway, so. Got 4 months of food left. This is at 90 speed, I just want to remind people that. It's just that the swordsmen are really super slow. The knights are not really a threat to me because they can't get inside the keep. But the swordsmen can, so we're going to roast them. It's going to be quite epic. The moat to channel them into one area, and then we're going to use the pitch, this little pitch path, to roast them. If the crossbowmen don't cut them all down first, it's certainly possible that that will happen instead. Okay, let it burn. Beautiful. That was a bonfire worthy of knights and swordsmen. Yeah, so the rest of the knights are not too keen on actually attacking me, so we're going to have to go ahead and bait them out. This is quite unfortunate, but I'm going to send my knight out here. That should get him interested. We can also go ahead and slaughter some of these engineers. They will not attack back. I wonder how close I have to get to the horsemen, the knights, to bait them out. This is a rather unfortunate aspect. He's gonna get caught up and get killed. I guarantee it. Okay, get back to the keep. Delete this entire moat. Maybe then the knights will come. Yeah, a few more of them are now. It's just regrettable that they have to do this because it doesn't do anything more than waste time at the end of the day. That's all this is doing. I'll probably just cut this out. I'll just cut to the part where the knights actually decide to attack me, because right now all that's happening, 90 speed, he's just standing near the corner with his knights, not doing anything. I'll delete the entire castle. Here we go, delete, delete, delete. Knights still aren't attacking. I'll delete the entire mode as well. I mean, wouldn't that be something if it took longer for those stupid knights to attack than the rest of this entire freaking mission? Deleting mode is not easy. It's like painting. Well, not like painting, but... Yep, the knights are just gonna stand over there. Okay, what can we do about this? Get the archers out there, they're pretty fast. Maybe once they see some archer blood... Oh, yeah, now they're willing to move. All I have to do is send some archers out there as bait. Wow. Wish I'd known that before. Interestingly enough, they will not go after a knight, but they will go after archers. So I think it has to do with the AI pathfinding. Like, they're set up to automatically look for archers because naturally mounted units are good at running down ranged units, so that would make sense. But yeah, we are complete. It makes sense, but I guess it just didn't occur to me at the time. So now we have to wait for all these engineers to actually walk back home before I'm given the victory, because that's the way it works, you see. What on earth are they shooting at? I guess it was a tunneler. So in any of these missions, the player will not win until the AI actually gets off the screen in its entirety, which just doesn't make any sense to me. I mean, just kill the units. Just have them all set. Just kill them. Suicide them. Quit wasting time. I mean, there's a whole lot of time that's wasted there. I mean, can you imagine playing that at speed 40, which is the normal speed? This is speed 90, and we were already just messing around doing nothing. And they're all off the map now, and we still are waiting for victory. Why am I not getting victory yet? Just to delete more of my castle. Probably a unit stuck somewhere. That would be typical. Just to make it drag on unnecessarily long. Seriously? Okay. Let's go on the mysterious unit hunt. Apparently. There's something around here that's not dead. Oh. Now we finally get victory. Who knows? That was like 5 minutes after I actually won. Apparently these messages were not set up for playing at 90 speed. That's all I can conclude. So right there is pretty much a perfect score. Playing level, I was playing on the very hard difficulty level, and I lost 0% of my troops, so I actually beat my previous best score. Lost 0% of my troops, so overall I am content with that score. Obviously, I mean, you can't beat perfection, can you?
Although you have secured the county, the wolf has managed to escape from your clutches with many of his men.
That was rather abrupt, but we're finally moving on to the wolf's last county. So there's only one mission left to this game, or this campaign, the military campaign in Stronghold HD. So we're really close to the end of it right now. But that's all for today. Thank you very much for watching as always, and I hope to see you next time.